of what we're calling the Dark Zone. And apparently it's alpha footage.
And it's winter, it's snowing.
So where are we in this little clip?
This is Times Square, New York City, and we're about to follow 3 agents.
So you can see that New York's been devastated by a pandemic, and we're following 3 agents of the division who've been activated in order to regain control of the city, to re-establish order. And that is critical, because this is not a post-apocalyptic scenario. This is mid-crisis. Mid-crisis means that there's hope. There's hope left. And you, as a division agent, represent that hope.
Right. Could you tell us what we're looking at right now? Is that a...
So, we've just come from Times Square in Manhattan, and we're walking towards the Dark Zone. And you can tell it's the Dark Zone because there's a huge gate that's blocked it off. What is the Dark Zone? It's an area that was quarantined when the pandemic broke out. It was quarantined because it was the epicenter of the outbreak. And the military, trying to contain the contagion, built a wall around it. Obviously, that didn't work out particularly well. But they abandoned all of their equipment inside. Everything that's precious, all of the high-level equipment. And this is why we're going inside there. Now, Fred, this is the first time we see the Dark Zone. What are we going to encounter?
So the first thing that happens here is we're running into a gang of Rikers. And the Rikers are escaped from the Rikers prison, obviously, outside of New York City. And they're back on Manhattan to take their revenge on society.
So what's their ultimate motivation? They just want to take control of the city?
They want to take control of the city. They want to enjoy life. You know, they've been in prison for all these years. They're happy to get revenge on any authority, any police, any military that they would encounter.
Fantastic. And you, as a division agent, you're there to regain control of the city, to take back New York. And that's exactly what we're going to start doing with this firefight. Now, we have 3 agents in this gameplay section. Now, these 3 agents, that's the fire team that we've chosen, but we could go up to 4 agents. And if you're not particularly into cooperative play, you can be a single lone agent creeping through the Dark Zone by yourself. Obviously, incredibly difficult and not recommended. Most of the fun's going to happen when you team up with other people.
Right. Could you tell us a little more about the different skills you see? How is this different from a regular shooter?
So this is very different from a regular shooter because we're using these abilities and this equipment in a very different way. So every agent, we're just reviving one of our fallen comrades, giving him a stim pack, injecting him, he's back off. And what have we found? We found the box that we were looking for, some incredibly rare equipment, some high-level equipment. It's a light machine gun. It's contaminated, so what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to extract that at the extraction point. This is what we're going to run to do now.
And how important is loot in this game?
Well, you know, what we're trying to do is make a game that's incredibly addictive with that sort of digital crack of let me try and find a better piece of equipment. Let me try and upgrade this piece of equipment. Let me get a better gun. That's the heart, the beating heart of the experience at the end of the day. You asked me about the skills. The skills are important. We just saw one there. Now that's called the pulse. And the pulse skill allows you to scan the area and to highlight any enemies or neutral presences on the battlefield.
And who are these guys now? They look scary. Flamethrowers?
So these guys, they're not the Rikers, these are cleaners. Cleaners, blue-collar workers who are frustrated by the fact that they've lost contact with their families, that they're locked inside Manhattan, have taken to cleaning the streets with flamethrowers.
Very literal.
Very, very literal. They're purging the streets of the disease. So while we might agree, we're on fire. While we might agree with the spirit of what they're doing, we are absolutely against the methods.
Cool.
So these are obviously people that we have to stop.
And now we see the